Hello and good morning. Well, I'm away at Portmeirion, and as always, the phone's never far away. Checking on the admin, although I think this is Helen saying hello. Yes. I'll just answer this first. Right. I'll be very honest. Well, no, I was going to say, I'll be very honest. It's a bit wet and miserable out there, but it's still lovely to be away and making a video. Still lovely that I'm able to. I've brought the right glasses. I've got the other ones as well, which are for driving purposes. These are my old ones, the ones that I actually fell over in. There's a bit of a scratch on one side or the other, but these aren't reactor lights, so they don't change colour. Get the case for the camera because I'm actually going to walk down to breakfast now at the hotel, and I will just put the camera on the what's it, just to make sure we're all secure. We are perfect. So off we go for breakfast. Now, I've lost count of how many times I've been here over the years. It's always slightly different, and I always think about the sort of like the old memories, so all the lovely times I've come to get away from things here, and the wonderful thing now is that what's changed is when I first came here, is I was coming to sort of leave the issues and problems of life behind. Whereas now I come here almost to celebrate the fact that, there aren't any. And I bring my work with me as well. So I do have some clinic work. I was told the other day I've got 2 catchphrases apparently. One is, I've got some clinic work to do. And then I go on apparently about how it's the ability, it's what gives me the ability to come away and do these things and what have you. Good morning. But the other catchphrase is apparently I'm just going to put the gas on. And I said this to Rick the other day, and he said, you do always say that. So maybe I do need to. But this is the sort of the back area of Portmeirion. The only people that really see this, not the day visitors, this is only really for people that are staying either in the motorhome park or the few cottages that are up the top on their way down to the village. And so it's not controlled in any way, there's no barrier or anything, but you just don't have a reason to come up here. So possibly a few people wander up, want to know what's up here. It's always nice in the morning, just sauntering down for breakfast. So coming down this little quiet back way, it's sort of secret. It's nice. So having been here so many times, I realise that I don't come to see things anymore and to look around and to adventure. It is all about the relaxation now. But I am going to try and do a bit of a tour. Probably not on this video. Well, no, definitely not on this video. It'll be on the next one that I'm going to do tomorrow. This is really just a little gentle catch up. Just walking down to breakfast really. But tomorrow, Noah's going home early. And so, which is a shame, but I'm going to use the time wisely, and I want to get as many videos out of this trip as I can. And then on Wednesday, when I'm going home, on Wednesday my plan is to go through Mid Wales and make another bigger video. I'm not quite sure which way I'm going to go back yet, because I don't want to go. To get home from here is about 3 hours. What I don't want to do is spend 6 hours journeying just to go and see something that I've seen a million times before. So it's trying to find something nice, possibly something new. I mean, there's got to be something, hasn't there? You know, this is a beautiful part of the world. So, yeah, I'm going to have to find something. But as far as strolling down for breakfast is concerned, it is raining, so I brought my coat. And I'm quite hungry now, actually. The meal last night, I'd like to pretend... No, actually I wouldn't, I'm not even going to slightly. It was lovely. I always like the fine dining here. It's really, really good. Breakfast is a more traditional affair. Traditional Welsh breakfast, which is almost identical to the traditional English breakfast, but it's made in Wales. The ingredients are exactly the same, so I just want to pause and show you this. Every village needs its own fire engine, and apparently it's in there. Quite small. It's probably a fire extinguisher on a trolley, isn't it? Because I think the engine bit actually is just the pump, isn't it? So I suppose it could be. You know, I love this view. The one there, there. That is where Noel Coward wrote Blithe Spirit. Sat in the window there. So I've been told anyway, or read somewhere. It is a lovely view. It's nice. I think Helen was right about something, actually. There's something about the water that I love. But yeah, the rain is now coming down a bit more. I am really wondering whether it was clever to start doing filming at this time. But I'm nearly at breakfast. What time is it now? Gosh, it's way too early for breakfast. I'll go down here. Actually, no, I might just, if I'm honest, I think I might just go in the hotel and sit and wait for them to come down and join me for breakfast, because it's getting wetter. I'll catch you in a sec. Right, had a breath from walking back up the hill, and having realised something. I've left my coat down at the hotel. Noah's gone to get it, and in my coat are my keys. I have to wait for him to come back. Right, I have got back into the truck, as you can see. Noah very kindly went back down, and the lady was pretty much waiting with my coat. I think there'd been a realisation that we'd forgotten it. So yes, I've got my coat back. More importantly, I've got my keys back. So yes, a little tiny bit of admin. Another one of my catchphrases there, which I've been doing. I'm going to go for a bit of a walk in a minute. We're going to go to the Chinese garden. So, but everyone's going, so I'm not quite sure what footage I'll get. But yeah, we're all going to go up there. I'll see you in a bit.